Okay, let's start up front on the interior. Take a quick look here at the driver's door. So as a Platinum Edition, there's a lot of great standard features on here, including the memory power driver's seat and the telescoping steering wheel, and the outside mirrors are all able to be set up for two different drivers, and the remotes and such. So Platinum Edition feature. Now we do have this bird's eye walnut wood trim on the inside, so here on the door, on the armrest, and you'll also see it over here on the steering wheel, and then down here on the shifter as well. Also on the door here, there is a nice little storage cubby right here for pocket change and your toll stuff. JBL sound speakers down here in the lower door, pockets, bottle holders down here as well. There's also a puddle light down in the lower door. And this one does have the lighter gray interior. And then finally there is an additional speaker up here in the upper part of the door, so two speakers on each door up front. Here on the dashboard, on this side, we've got power mirror controls. We also have power folding outside mirrors. So you can set up those outside mirrors so that they come in and out when you put it in the park, just like so. Also, oh, I forgot to mention, auto up and down, but only on the front driver, front passenger, and power door locks, of course, power mirrors. Dome lights, so your interior lights, you can turn those on and off using the switch right here on the dashboard. So if the kids leave lights on in the back, with one push when you jump out, you can shut them all off so you don't drain down your battery. Power tailgate to open and close, automatic high beams, we have that on the Sequoia. There's just a nice storage cubby right here, and then there's 4 of these vents across the front with on and off switches, and up and down, left and right, and such. I mentioned we do have tilt, power tilt, and telescoping steering wheel here. And then the driver's seat is going to be your full power. It's power on both sides, but the driver's seat has power lumbar support and also has power bolster adjustment. Don't know if you can see that in the video. This part right here is going up and down. And then these are full leather seats. They're perforated seats, heated and ventilated. And we do have height adjustable seat headrest. Get my hand under there, I can't do it with one hand. And we do have height adjustable seat belts as well. And then driver or side impact airbags built right into the seat, which is probably one of the safest ways to protect the front driver. And then there is a passenger assist grip right here, makes it easier to get inside. There's also one on each of the other doors there. You can see the one in the back there, because this does step up quite a bit. So I'm going to step up and get a quick look at that luggage rack, and it does have the cross rails on there. Notice it's silver, painted silver, and then there's your power sliding moonroof up on top as well. Let's go ahead and jump inside and check it out. So behind the wheel on the Platinum Sequoia, this is going to be a combination wood trim, so that's that bird's eye walnut wood trim steering wheel on the top and down here on the bottom, but then also leather wrapped as well. This steering wheel is not heated, it's not available on here, unfortunately. Driver's side airbag, controls for your sound system, controls for your Bluetooth connectivity for your smartphone. These are your controls for the information center, which has your field computer. That's up here in the gauge cluster. We'll take a look at that in just a minute. And then down here we've got our dynamic radar cruise control settings, lane departure settings, and then the actual cruise control is going to be over here on this stalk. As far as your wipers go, they're going to be on this side of the steering wheel, and I did want to point out that they are intermittent wipers up front, and then you do have a rear washer wiper, which is also an intermittent wiper for the back. And then as we turn the steering wheel over on this side, this is where we're going to find our headlight controls. We do have auto on and off for the headlights, as well as the auto high beams that I showed you down here. And then we also have the fog light controls right here as well. And then we'll take a look at our instrument cluster. So on the left, we've got our tachometer. our trip meter, so we can reset right here. We can also adjust the brightness of the gauges, if you will. We have our engine oil temperature, engine water temperature, engine oil pressure, water temperature, your voltmeter for your battery, and then your fuel gauge right here. And the gas door is going to be over here on the driver's side. Information center down the middle, outside temperature, and then you've got a digital speedometer in addition to the analog. And then using the controls right here, we can go ahead and toggle through some of those settings to personalize it to our own liking. So we've got our trip computer, our fuel computers, and if we head over, we've got a compass, we've got our music, sound system settings, our cruise control, and then finally here's our lane departure, pre-collision, blind spot monitoring, and rear cross traffic alert. So you can turn those on and off if it's something you prefer not to use. You can set it for your own personal preference. When it is on, you get some green indicators for blind spot monitoring, rear cross traffic alert, so that you do know that they are on, and you'll know what that beeping means when you're backing up if somebody's behind you. We do have push button start, and that's part of the smart keyless entry system. So you get two of those, which has the door lock, unlock, panic button, and you can also pop open the tailgate with that as well. We also have our parking assist. We have our traction control, and then this switch is the power switch for the rear sliding window. So that back window back there, you can drop that down using the switch up front. So that's a nice unique feature. Get you some nice airflow through the back. Take a look at our center stack. So definitely Sequoia is ready for an upgrade or a refresh, and I think that's going to possibly happen next year, 2023. But it does have all the latest technology. It's just maybe the screen could be larger and clearer and what have you. But we do have dynamic navigation. We do have Apple CarPlay, Android Auto, and Alexa compatible. Also Sirius satellite radio, and you get 3 months of the premium subscription at no charge, and then after that you pay a monthly fee if you want to go with the full package. It does cost extra. Down below is where we find our automatic heating and air conditioning controls, so I'll go ahead and turn that on. I've got it set in auto mode right now, so it might kick up pretty high, but what's really cool is you can set up the driver's side, you can set up the passenger side with their own temperature, and also the rear seat passengers can set up their own temperatures. So we have a 3-zone heating and air conditioning system. That's pretty cool. But we can also sync this up so that the front driver, front passenger are on the same settings, and all three of them, see how they're changing at the same time. It's pretty nice. And then also front window defrost, rear window defrost. And then with the rear window defrost, we do get the heated outside mirrors, so those mirrors automatically heat up. And also you'll notice I'm just going to turn on the turn signal. Don't know if you can see that, but over in that mirror over there, there's an LED turn signal indicator. So when there's people next to you, they'll know what you're doing, if you're going to make a lane change or what have you. And those are really nice big mirrors. Like I say, they're heated, there's blind spot monitoring. And then further down, we've got our controls for our front seats. So we've got heated front seats, and we also have ventilated front seats. So red is hot, and then you go over to blue and you can cool it down, and that'll keep the seats cool in the summertime. Again, these are full leather seat. This is your on and off switch for your rear heat and air conditioning. And then way down here, we've got two, I don't know if you can see it, we've got USB charging port here, two 2.1 amp chargers right there, and then a 12 volt one over here. So lots of places to plug in your stuff. Dual cup holders. There's a nice little storage cubby down here, and then if you want to expand the storage on here, this whole thing right here pops up and you can take it right out, so you get maximum storage. And it's also helpful to take this in, throw in the house and clean it out if you need to wash it or what have you. You can just pop that out like so, and then this can go right back down there as well. Nice place to throw ink pens if you're not storing stuff. There's also a cup holder down here. And then you can see we do have that bird's eye walnut trim, leather on this side, wood here. This is a gated shifting setup, so you can go ahead and switch and kind of work your way through the gears if you want to. But I did want to show you the backup camera. So here's going to be our backup camera. Now these are not dynamic grid lines, so they don't move with you, but you do have rear cross traffic alerts. So if you're backing up and you're looking in your camera and somebody shoots in behind you, you're going to hear that beeping as well for the rear cross traffic alert, so that's super handy. Then there's some additional controls down here. Tow haul mode, our differential, locking differential. This is for our air suspension for load leveling, so if we put a trailer on the back, we can load it up and we can level out the vehicle. Here's our suspension adjustments for comforts, normal and sport. So comfort obviously is going to be and then this is going to be, the sport's going to be a firmer ride. So we'll take a look at the glove box. Now this has the 2-tier glove box, which the Tundra used to have but no longer does. I kind of like it. I have this on my Prius, so I've got an upper deck here, and then down here this is a locking glove box, and there's your owner's books, and it's kind of a 2-tiered shelf set up in there, but you can lock that up with using your key on your key fob. Same controls over on the seat there with the storage cubby. Passenger assist grips up here on the roof line. Platinum Edition does come with the power sliding moonroof with the visor here. And then over here we've got a place for papers and envelopes. These are the switches to open and close the sunroof. Safety connect, so if you need help out on the road, roadside assistance, you can push that. Toyota Care covers that for 2 years or 25,000 miles. Sunglass holder right there. Nice place to tuck those. You can see we have a compass in the mirror. Northwest is the direction we're headed. And then these switches right here, these are going to be for your garage door opener and your automatic dimming mirrors. Let's take a look at this center console. So the armrest on this thing is huge. And then underneath, it's kind of a nice little workstation they've set up here. So there's place up here for ink pens, tissues, envelopes, what have you, can all be stowed up in here. And then in the center, there's an odds and ends tray right here, which can be removed. When you take that out, this is like a hanging file folder, so you can put file folders in here. It's kind of like a nice office type of deal. And then that itself can be brought up, can be pulled out, taken out, washed, what have you. And now you've got a huge storage compartment down underneath there. Don't know if you can see it. Put some light down there. There's a huge space, and then there's a 12-volt outlet over here as well. So you've got two 12 volts, two 2.1 amps, and then a USB 1.0. Lots of places to charge and set stuff up. Your electronic stuff right up here in the front in the driver's compartment. So that's a quick look up front on the Sequoia Platinum. Let's jump in the back seat and check that out. Here's a quick look at the driver's compartment from here in the back seat. Really good visibility back here, and of course a ton of space and room. Features all over the place on this one. So let's go ahead and start down here on the center console. So down here we've got the ability to plug in your own video games. So you've got the RCA jacks right there, because we have the DVD player up above. We'll take a look at that in just a second. We do have a 120 volt 100 watt inverter right here, so another place to plug stuff in. Here's our automatic temperature control for the back seat. As I mentioned when I was up front, you can do up to 3 folks. Right now this is locked up, so there's nothing I can do with it, but that's a feature you should be aware of with your little ones. You can set that up, lock it, so they're not constantly making adjustments. I've got 3 kids and they love to push buttons. Sometimes they push my buttons. Then down here There's a place to plug in your headphones. Also, you can adjust the volume on the headphones. So if you have your own headphones you want to plug in, you can. But also, the Sequoia does come with 2 sets of these wireless headphones, and of course a remote control for the DVD player as well. So you get 2 sets of those. Finally, down here on the floor there are some additional cup holders. So if I drop that down, you can see there's more cup holders down here. But then additionally, because this is the captain's chairs, there's more cup holders right here. There's heated seat controls, high and low, just 2 temperatures for the back seat, but not the third seat, only the center row. There's a little storage cubby down here, and then I'll swing around. I want to show you the center console for the back. It's nice and wide, just like up front. It does say Sequoia here. And then this one is kind of weird or different. When I open up here, I've got a lot of storage with a divider that I can reposition like so. But then it also flips open like this. And now it gives me a nice workstation. If I want to put my computer laptop down here, we can do that. More storage right here, and then some additional hidden storage down here. This is really large, so down here is a good place to store your wireless headphones. You can drop those down under there, close it all up, and kind of out of sight, out of mind, at a level of security that might come in handy. Here's a look at your back seats. I mentioned these are full leather seats. They fold down, they slide forward, all that good stuff. Same features down on the doors as we saw kind of up front with the 2 speakers, the JBL audio system. There's a visor, a slide up visor in this window. Here, I'll show you over on this one right here. So if I bring this up, it's a great way to, if you've got little ones that are sitting in the shade or in the sun in their car seats, this is a good way to give them some additional protection from the sun. Just like so. There are passenger assist grips up on the ceiling, vents for the heating and air conditioner. There's another passenger assist grip up here, and then we do have pockets on the backs of both of these seats. And I wanted to show you the legroom behind this driver's seat. You can see it's kind of carved out. That seat is all the way back right now, and I've got more than a hand's length. I'll bet there's 6 to 7 inches of legroom back here, so no problem having a 6-footer plus and another 6-footer plus sitting right behind here. Plenty of room, super easy. Overhead, I mentioned we do have the Blu-ray disc player, and we do have the screen. As I mentioned, this does have a wireless remote, and then we have overhead lighting as well, so the kids are going to be fully entertained back here. Hopefully let you drive in peace and quiet. So let's go ahead and jump out. I want to show you the back seat and how that whole deal works back there. Okay, in the trunk of the Sequoia, a couple things I want to point out. First of all, is this huge step bumper up here. This is awesome if you're going to be sitting down, put on your snow boots, putting on your hiking boots. You can sit down on that bumper. Not a lot of SUVs have that anymore. I know it doesn't seem like a big deal right now, but it will be when your boots are muddy and you're trying to change them out and you get the mud inside the vehicle. Tailgate on this is a power lift gate. The switch is going to be right here. We do have tie down hooks in all 4 corners right there. We have a storage compartment underneath here, kind of a hidden storage compartment. This does not lock up and it's not watertight, but it is a great place to store stuff out of sight, out of mind. First aid kit over here, cargo net over here, and then behind this little door right here, there's your jack and your toolkit assembly, and then that can tuck up like that. And your spare tire is going to be located underneath the chassis of the Sequoia. A couple other small features back here. We've got cargo nuts, place to hang your groceries. There's a 12-volt outlet right here. Back passengers have a small storage compartment right there. Cup holders. This is not a storage, this is your fresh air return for your heating and air conditioning. Speakers right here. Shades in the back. tinted windows in the back, passenger assist grip, 3 shoulder belts, so three people can sit back here and be safe. We've got power rear seats, so let's go ahead and just drop this one right down. Notice the headrest drops down automatically by itself, gets out of the way. You can see it's a tremendous amount of cargo room once you bring that down. Now I did fold down that seat right there just to give you an idea of how much distance front to rear. That's going to run about 7 feet, maybe a little more than 7 feet from the back to the back of the tailgate to the front of the back seat, or back of the front seats I should say. That one does fold down also, but the center console does not get out of the way, so it kind of adds a little bit of a obstruction right there. But I did want to show you this seat folds down as well. The secret to getting that seat all the way down, notice the headrest did not fold down on that, so definitely want to make sure we've got this seat ahead a little bit further than it was, and that'll allow that back seat to drop and pop down just like the other seats. Now they have this panel right here that kind of is designed to bridge the gap between the seats here, so you can drop that over like that, and then you've got a more of a flat surface, but you still have this to contend with. So if you're going to be sleeping in here, that might cause an additional, if you've got 2 people, 1 on each side, might be fine, but I just want to point out that does not come out of there. Also wanted to point out that these seats have power controls back here as well, or over here, so on both sides, even over on that side, you're going to be able to bring those seats back up into full position. So that's 60%, 40%. The other thing is this back seat does recline, so I can lay it back a little bit as well, and that's done right here. You can't do that from the tailgate, but you can do it from right here. Recline it back, pop those headrests up, and there's your cup holders, more speakers. So a lot of great features. Side impact airbags back here. A lot of great features on the Sequoia on the inside. This one does have the all-weather floor liner package, as you can see right here, so that's going to be an extra charge, but I highly recommend those for your Sequoia. So that's a quick look on the interior. I guess it's not all that quick because there's a lot to talk about, but if you have any questions, comments, or concerns about this particular Sequoia Platinum, let me know in the comments. I'll do my best to answer them. Also, I'm going to do an exterior overview on it, so be sure and check that one out. There'll be a link at the end of the video for you. Just to let you know, this one list price 2022 Sequoia, list price at $71,643. Only one option, and that's going to be those all-weather floor liners. So about a little under 72,000 for 2022. No major changes. Hey, if you like the video, go ahead and hit the thumbs up. Feel free to subscribe to our channel. If you're interested in this one, give us a call right away. It's November 29th, 2021, and everything is hard to find right now. So if you like this one, don't hesitate. Thanks for watching.